So, Classroom of the Elite Season 2. And this is an anime I've been waiting for a long time, to be honest, since I watched the first season. I didn't watch the first season the moment it came out, which is, I think it was 2017, 2016, or something like that. 4 or 5 years since the first season came out. And this is one of those animes that I have been waiting for a long time, desperately waiting for. And, oh, by the way, sorry for the background noise because there's construction going on. I will try to make this video, my voice, I should say, sound a little bit higher than normal so you can ignore the noise in the background. But yeah, straight into the review. Classroom of the Elite Season 2, and we got in this episode, well, basically straight into the action, or I should say straight into the mind game, which is of course something that we all fell in love with Classroom of the Elite Season 1. I mean, this is one of the reasons I watched this anime, enjoyed it a lot of times, repeated Season 1, watching it a lot of times because of that, because of the mind games. And of course, straight off the bat, Season 2 starts with that, just like Season 1 ended with the game in the island. And yeah, I think for this season's Karuizawa, I think that's her name, will be or will play an important role because already from the first episode and from the, I don't want to spoil too much, but from the most than anything ending, we see that she is plays a huge part in it. So yeah, from what we got in the first episode and from the ending and things like that, we can already see that she will play a big role in this second season. Of course, Horikita and all the other girls will also play and boys will also play a huge role, but I think she will play a bigger role and than them. So yeah, straight into the episode review. So we basically started the episode with Ayano Koji basically, well, kind of walking around the ship and watching everybody have fun and everything. And you see the class leader of Class D basically tell him that, come on, let's have a talk, with everybody. And then he's kind of like, okay, well, let's have a talk just with me. And Ayano Coach is like, oh no, I don't want to do that so much because I don't want to get in your girlfriend's bad side. So yeah, that's basically a summary of how the episode started, with a few interventions here and there. And then after that we get to that big part to the most important part of the episode, which basically took all the episode, which was that there is going to be another slash game that will be played in the boat, in the ship, or however you want to call it. And this is a game that is really complex, to be honest. I have to watch the anime a second, third time because even though I kind of repeated scenes a couple of times, I still didn't get it. So yeah, I have to watch the episode a couple of times more so I have a better grasp of what is exactly the game they are playing. But I would say the game they are playing is basically try to find who the VIP is in order to win points and class points in some scenarios. So it's basically, like I said already at the beginning, a mind game. So everybody's trying to figure out who the VIP is, and if there are 4 scenarios, is everybody figures this out except the VIP, of course. If just one person, I don't remember the other 2 scenarios, but yeah, there are various scenarios that Ayano Koji will sort of try to see which one is the best for Class D or for him in general. So yeah, in this first episode we just see him basically take the back seat and don't really say anything when the meetings are happening. He's basically observing how everybody is acting, what everybody is saying, which is a good thing. And of course it's a very good thing that I think everybody likes from Ayano Koji, that he's very observant. He doesn't really like to, I don't know, have the spotlight so much. So that basically makes him go under the spotlight and be unperceived. So yeah, I think that is a good thing that he's doing in order to achieve his plan, which I think will be to figure out who the VIP is by having the best scenario also. So yeah, we basically see him do all that sort of stuff, which Ichinose, which is, you can call her the leader of Class B, also take the role of the leader. She basically Ayano Koji is playing so well. She's basically manipulating everybody into basically the outcome that she wants, except for the first for Class A. So yeah, we also see her. I was kind of surprised to see her in the Mars group that is that Ayano Koji is because I didn't think anybody relevant from season one was going to be in that group. Apart from the Class D other students than Ayano Kochi. So yeah, I was surprised to see her. But I mean, it's a good thing because Ayano Kochi needs a challenge. And although we didn't see much from her in the first season, we can already guess and kind of see that she is a smart person. She is not that cheerful as the anime seems to imply to be. So yeah, we're gonna see that she is very well smart. I think that was what Horikita was going to say before she was interrupted by the class C leader, but that she was the one that Ayano Koji should be careful of. I think I don't know if I'm interpreting it well, but yeah. So yeah, Ayano Koji has a challenge. Maybe there is another person there in the meetings they're having that is also very smart. I mean, we can already see that the meeting is having divisions on what they should do. The majority want to everybody discuss and see who the leader is, but the Class A don't want to do that because they see it as a way for revealing too much information and for somebody to use it against them. So I mean, basically the whole point of Class A is saying if we all start talking of who the leader is, there might be a person who is manipulating all of us into thinking that that person he's saying is the leader. Well, he is not the leader, so basically everybody will vote wrong except for him. So yeah, that is basically what Class A is trying to avoid. But Class B is on the other hand trying to avoid Class A from having all the points, because yeah, if Class A does that, they basically are trying to win all the points from themselves, while Class B, Ichinose, is trying to basically make everybody win a fair amount of points, so nobody really loses in that scenario. Of course, that is her excuse, or that is her motivation for the others to talk. But maybe she has another secret motivation in the background that she hasn't told anyone. So yeah, I don't know what Ayano Koji is thinking of all the dialogues that everybody is having with each other. I mean, he's probably thinking already that he's already almost grasping who the leader is. I mean, when he saw the fight between the class, I think it was Class B and Class D and Class B girls, or Class B and Class C girls, he was already observing, and maybe he's going to use that in some way in order to figure out who the VIP is, or maybe he's going to manipulate the girls into, I don't know, figuring out somehow who the VIP is. But you basically have to be worried around, very careful around Ayano Kochi, because he basically figures out everything. Of course, not that everybody knows that, because he's been really careful to not make everybody doubt him or be careful of him. So that's really good of him. But yeah, that was basically episode 1. I mean, there wasn't much happening aside from being introduced to what is going to be talked about in the next few episodes. I mean, episode 2, 3. I don't know how long this game will last. I assume a couple of episodes, not all the season, of course. Maybe the first half of the season, maybe a little bit less. But yeah, it will be interesting to see how Ayano Kochi figures it out. I want to see if the anime will also show us what the other teams are doing. I don't know, Team Mercury, Team Jupiter, or if they will just focus on Team Mars, which is the one Ayano Kochi is. Because I do actually want to see, although I like to see always Ayano Kochi have some spotlight, have some basically screen time. I also want to see some other Horikita and all the other girls of Class D and boys of Class D have some of the screen time too, some of the spotlight too, because otherwise it's just going to be all the anime focusing on Team Mars, I should say. So yeah, I mean, I will definitely be making episode reviews of this anime because, like I said already, this is an anime that I enjoy a lot. The first season, it is one of the best animes I have watched, especially because of the mind games. Mind games are things, the psychological warfare, are things that I enjoy in animes, and I enjoy more because it has a slice of life to it. What do I mean by slice of life? I mean in a way that is not mecha, it's not isekai, it's not magical, it's not fantasy. That is what I like of this anime of Classroom of the Elite. I always confuse it and say High School of the Elite, but it's actually Classroom of the Elite. But yeah, this is an aspect I like of the anime, that is always focusing on psychological warfare, on mind games, and it has that aspect of reality to it because, of course, we're not talking about magic or aliens or something like that. We're talking about actually human beings, actually a classroom of people having discussion with each other and trying to outsmart each other and things like that, which is like I said, it's an aspect I like of this anime. That is why I enjoy it a lot. And yeah, I will also look forward to finding out a little bit more of the backstory of Ayano Kochi, because in the first season we got a little bit of scenes where he was in a white room when he was little, and he was like kind of in a, I don't know how you can call it, but interrogated or basically taking a lot of tests in order to achieve something or something like that. But yeah, it will be interesting to see a little bit more of Ayano Koji backstory. Now, I don't know if Ayano Koji will actually change throughout the second season, if he will become a little bit more condescending or a little bit more human, you can say, because that will be interesting. I don't know if I will like that change, but because I haven't read the manga really, but I don't know if he will change or he will stay just like he has been throughout the first season in this first episode. Because yeah, if he does change into a, I don't know how you can call it, a better person or a more sentimental person or something like that, it will be interesting. But he will kind of lose that badassery that he has around him, that aura. But yeah, I don't know how I will take it if that does happen. But yeah, I think that is everything for me. I don't know if I missed something, but yeah, it seems that we're going to get a new girl in the spotlight for this second season, at least for this game that they are playing. And yeah, I think a lot of interesting things are going to come in the future. So I don't know if I was made clear in this review. Sorry for my broken English again. English is not my first language. I'm trying to do the best. Sorry if you heard noises in the background. But yeah, I will see you in the next episode review of this anime.